when Jesse came up exiting the trial. It seemed like that kind of changed the momentum of a lot of guys.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like this package that we're running, unfortunately, is not. It's I don't know. It just from the driver's seat, it's really hard to navigate. You don't really feel like you're going that fast, but at the same time, you can't really run anywhere close to being by yourself. And it's kind of forced us all to get up there in that top lane. And I think when you do that, it becomes really difficult because once it starts, the craziness kind of ensues when it comes to the end of a stage like that. Whereas I feel like sometimes if you're able to race a little more 2 wide or even really 3 wide for that matter, I think like we'll see tomorrow with the Cup car, right? They run 3 wide kind of the whole time, and it just doesn't have the same effect as it does whenever we try to go 2 and 3 wide. I feel like our cars really pick the back up, when you're not able to just get up against that outside wall, and it's just not. It's just not ideal in those scenarios, right? I mean, when you're out there by yourself, I mean, you're driving around and you just feel like you could drive anywhere you wanted to, and I think that's what makes it so difficult. But there was a lot of moving and shaking going on. I mean, I feel like we saw a lot from the green flag. I mean, everybody kind of settled in the top, and then there was a whole group that kind of came through. It was just crazier, I think, early on than normal, and obviously I wasn't not part of it. So, you put yourself in that position whenever you try to make the same moves that everybody else is. And unfortunately, I'm standing back here talking to you guys and not, out there racing still.
Riley told his team that he thought he was inside of you and had cut you a break on a previous move where you kind of come down. Is it just a case of running out of real estate into the stage, or just disagreement over running break?
I mean, I'd have to look back at a replay. I don't know that I necessarily feel the same way he does, but obviously, it's different. He's upset at me because of last week. He felt like they had a shot at winning the race, and he thought I wrecked the lap car on purpose. So, he was pretty arguably upset last week. So, that doesn't help, right, when you're in those situations. Not that he wrecked me on purpose, because he definitely didn't. I mean, it was, I started to come around before there was ever contact, but it just adds, if you have beef with somebody one week, it just adds the next week, and then your just perception of how that person races you is different, right? So, we're grown adults, we can talk about it, and there wasn't, I mean, I don't feel like there was anything he did wrong today. I mean, it's just the nature of the car and where we were at, and all that. It sucks getting wrecked or wrecking yourself, however you want to look at it. It's never fun, and it never is ideal, but at the same time, super shooter racing is kind of this, and you're going to get crashes every now and again, and you just got to hope you learn from it.
You kind of found a nasty spot on that wall.
Yeah, it was a weird hit. I don't know. I want to watch the replay of it and see where I hit, because at first I thought I was going to be okay, and I was just going to do kind of a 360 through the apron there. And it was weird because it just kept driving me forward and driving me towards that inside wall. And obviously the impact was pretty big. And then once the car catches on fire, I'm really not worried about the impact after that. I'm worried about getting out. The only negative was I was already getting ready to pop the seatbelts loose, and I looked right and saw parts coming still. It's going to be speedy sometimes, but I didn't want to get out whenever the field was still coming. So I had to wait just a minute to not get out too early.
A few weeks ago, Sam was frustrated with the start. He said he was having the season from hell. With the last couple of weeks, do you kind of have some of the same frustrations at the moment?
I think we both started off about the same. His has gotten better, and he's won a race. Obviously, ours really hasn't. So it's just how this sport goes, the ebbs and flows of it. I mean, you never know what to expect, but it's just, we'll get through it. It's all good.
Thank you.
This is Austin Dillon, driver of the Bass Pro Shops Chevrolet. Make sure to hit that subscribe button. Also check out one of those 2 videos beside me. Visit frontstretch.com for more racing content.